I mean, one of the things that worries me about medically connected devices is just that we are the amount of data is going to be overwhelming, and our justice system is not fully equipped to handle this volume of evidence, right? We're not equipped to lock it down. We're not equipped to make sure that people's information is only being shared with authorized users, nor are we equipped to deal with the jurisdictional questions that are going to arise with this much evidence, just information about information potentially connected to a crime that's being shared by people's devices. An example, just as an aside, I mean, the British government last year. So the British government, and this is largely because these devices are sharing information about our activities, but it's also because they're connected to a network that is at least seems global, right? A globally distributed network. So, let's say you have a medical device created by Google, right? Google's making medical devices. Google has servers all over the world. You take a flight from country A to country B, and your data, even if you never leave your country, your data may enter another jurisdiction and sit on their servers, right? Now, suppose that a crime happens and the state wants access to some evidence connected to your device, or your device has been hacked, and you go to the cops and you say, look, my device has been hacked. I want someone to investigate this. And they pull up the evidence, and it looks like actually there are logs that cross a bunch of state lines. The system for handling those cross-jurisdictional requests for evidence just isn't up to just cannot meet the demand that we are going to see. So, and the demand is just enormous. So just as an example, the United Kingdom represents approximately 2% of the world's internet traffic. And last year, the British government requested over 50,000 pieces of evidence from 6 American technology companies. So these are the big 6: Google, Facebook, Yahoo, Twitter, Microsoft, and I'm forgetting the 6th. But you understand the volume, right? I mean, 50,000 requests for evidence stored in another jurisdiction, right? From American companies, from a tiny island nation. I mean, we're close with the UK. It's they're big in our minds, but it's a tiny country. Now imagine, India has not made as many requests, and China has not made as many requests. But now imagine a country the size of India or Brazil making those kinds of requests, right? These American technology companies, really every global technology company, is going to be inundated with requests for evidence in connection with crimes. Partly because evidence is becoming digital, but also because this evidence is very often international. So the jurisdictional questions are going to be paramount. And then remember that I told you that it takes, on average, in the United States, which has got a pretty well-functioning system, 10 months to process a cross-jurisdictional request for data. So the justice system is just simply not able to deal with the demand. And if you look at, on the United States government side, the number of requests from foreign governments for access to evidence, right? The DOJ's numbers are the numbers I have. 15 years ago, there were 80 requests for computer records, right? Last year, there were over 2,000. If you look at the growth curve of foreign countries asking the American government for assistance in criminal matters, asking for digital evidence, it's logarithmic, it's exponential. And the number of requests that we make to other countries is not huge at the moment because so many technology companies happen to be based here, but that's going to change, right? It's only a matter of time before people choose a medical device that was created in Israel and a lot of the data is stored in Israel. And suddenly it's going to matter, right, whether the United States can quickly get access to that data even though it's stored in another jurisdiction.